the things in the world, of all the things that a human being can do, why yoga? Everything that human beings can do is essentially an expression of who they are. Somebody sings a song, somebody dances, somebody writes a book, somebody paints a picture. Whatever else we do is an expression of who you are. You may be conscious of it, you may be unconscious of it, but still everything that you say, everything that you do, everything that comes out of you is essentially an expression of who you are. So yoga, in that way, is diametrically opposite to this, because it's not an expression of who you are. It's about determining as to who you are. It's about determining as to what you want to be. Changing the very fundamentals of one's existence. Today there is substantial medical and scientific evidence to show that the very fundamentals of the activity of your brain, your chemistry, even your genetic content can be changed by practicing different systems of yoga. This needed no confirmation because we've always witnessed this. But today there is scientific data to prove this. So this is not an expression of who you are, this is about determining the nature of who you wish to be, changing the fundamental ingredients which has made you who you are. So yoga as a system needs much more involvement than any other things that any other forms of things that we do, which are merely an expression of who we are. If you find full expression through any particular activity, it may also leave you somewhat transformed. If you cook with all your heart, some transformation may happen. Yes, taking care of a cow can change your life, you know. If you sing with all your heart, some transformation may happen. If you dance with all your heart, some transformation may happen. But that is only a certain impact that is happening because of absolute involvement in a particular activity. But essentially that activity by nature is an expression of who you are. It is not determining the nature of who you are. So when we transform our activity, not as an expression of who we are, because who wants to find expression like this in the morning? Definitely not, isn't it? So, it is not an expression, it is a method, it is a means, it's a technology through which you can change the shape of who you are. Literally also, otherwise also. You can change the very shape of who you really are right now. That can be transformed. Because who you are right now as a person is a combination of things. Genetic material, before that, the karmic substance that you carry. Because of that, you chose a certain womb, so the genetic material. And since the moment you were born, whatever kind of impressions that have gone into you, in the form of variety of experiences, situations, thoughts, emotions, relationships, associations, whatever else you have imbibed. All these things make you a certain kind of person. When you say, I am a certain kind of person, what you're saying is, I have this kind of compulsions. When you say, I am this kind of person, what you're saying is, this is the kind of compulsions that I identify myself with, so I am this kind of a person. People, it's a very Western thing, but it's very much there in India today, because a lot of Indians are far more Western than West. If you go all the way west, you come back to India. So they are much more Western than Westerners are today. So people say, I'm a morning person, I'm an evening person. So what they mean is, morning, I cannot wake up in the morning. That means I'm an evening person. I can't stay awake in the evening, so I'm a morning person. Not only that, people… it's going far, some are BlackBerry people, some are Apple people. It's all world is getting divided in so many ways. They're not just instruments that you use and keep it down, you get identified with it. So there are chapati people, there are rice people, there are dosa people, there are idli people, all kinds. So, what kind you are is essentially a certain type of compulsions. So you set yourself into the process of yoga because you don't want to be this kind or that kind. That you will be the kind that you're required to be in a particular moment. If it's morning, you're a morning person. If it's evening, you're a evening person. If you're not required to be a person, you're not a person. That is, you become flexible. This flexibility, we start working with your body to start with. Afterwards, it should come to every aspect of your life. Your physical structure, your psychological structure, your emotional structure, your karmic structure, everything should become flexible, that it can be whatever it is required to be. It is not stuck being this way or that way. So yoga as a process, yoga as a method, yoga as a technology, yoga as a science is essentially to break the limitations of a certain concretization that happens, which we call as personality. To evolve from being a person to a presence. If you're a person, that means you have made a shell out of yourself. You formed a shell, within that shell only you can operate. If you break this shell, you will no more be a person, but simply a presence. As life is, as God is, just a presence. If it can be encased in a shell, it becomes a person. So yoga means slowly you're working on making the shell thinner and thinner, more and more porous, that one day you can exist without a shell. So essentially, in your experience, yoga means morning. Why the sadhana? The way it is all aspects of physicality are cyclical in the universe. Planets are going around the sun, the solar system are moving, everything in the galaxy, in the cosmos is cyclical. The more and more you're identified with your physical system, the more and more cyclical you are also. Your experiences are cyclical, the process of life is cyclical. If you watch carefully enough, even the situations that you face in your life come in cycles. So yoga means, on one level, to break the cycle of life. What is a circle right now? We want to open it up and make it a straight line. Because if you're going in circles, if I say you're going in circles, what does it mean to you? You're not going anywhere. It just gives you an impression that you're going somewhere, but you're not really going anywhere, you're going through the same thing again and again. So yoga means to open up the circle and stretch it out like a straight line, that if you follow the line, you go somewhere, you're not going round and round. Many of you may have already experimented and noticed. If you have not, do not experiment, because I'll give you the results of the experiment right now. You might have been doing sadhana for 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. Stop your sadhana for 3 months. Suddenly you will see so many compulsions that you never imagined were a part of you, which were long time gone. Suddenly they will all become a part of you. But those who are doing their sadhana properly, they eat in the morning, they don't think of food till evening. It doesn't occur, because it's no more a compulsion. You eat, it's consciously you eat, otherwise no. You stop your sadhana for 3 months and see, your hands will just grab just about anything and put it in the mouth. These compulsions will suddenly come back if you just break the sadhana, because nature is not going to release you so simply. You have to work at it and work at it and work at it. Otherwise, you must be happy doing the circle. A circle also can be described as a circus. If you become conscious, the whole thing looks like a circus. If you are not conscious, you can only see 3 feet in front of you, then it's all real. If you can see the whole circle of your life, suddenly it becomes like a circus. Once you realize it's a circus, you don't want to go through the circus again and again. Only if your vision is too limited, you can see only 3 feet in front of you, everything is real for you. If you open up and see the whole circle, the way you're going, it looks like a circus, and definitely you don't want it to continue forever, you want to do something about it. So these cycles, these repetitive cycles of compulsiveness is coming because there are various types of memories in the system. Memories, karmic memories, information essentially means memory, isn't it? You understand what I'm saying? Any information means memory, isn't it? How do you carry information? Only by memory, there is no other way. Either in your head or in a chip or in a computer, it doesn't matter, you can carry information only by memory. There is no other way any information can stay anywhere. So there's a huge volume of memory, karmic memory, genetic memory, mental and psychological memory, every kind. If this memory was not there, your body wouldn't even take a form. Your body knows that it has to take this form. When you were in your mother's womb, so many billions of people on the planet, everybody took this form. 2 legs, 2 hands, 2 eyes, like this. If the memory was not there, we do not know what form it would have taken. It never ever happened that a woman delivered an elephant or an insect or something else. It never ever happened because there is memory. If the memory is not there, this could have taken on any form. So you have retained your physical form the way it is only because of memory. Memory means past, yes? Memory means always that which is past. If memory is the only thing, if information that you carry, which is memory, is the only thing which determines the nature of who you are right now, that means you are past, or life is past you. There is no real life, it's just a play of memory. If you go and watch a cinema, Rajinikanth. If the cinema happens, it's so big and so real, more real than the real. It becomes a bigger reality than reality because it's so exaggerated. But all this is just memory being played out. It's recorded in a film or a digital format or whichever way. It's just memory, it's already over. So even in your mind, your thoughts, your emotions, your compulsions as to what you like, what you don't like, whom you don't love, this is all by memory, isn't it? It's already past. Yesterday you loved somebody, with that memory you're living today. Yesterday you disliked somebody, with that memory you're living today. So you're trying to live that which is over. If you try to live that which is over, that which is will bypass you. So yoga means to liberate yourself from that information which determines who I am right now. That information which determines the color of my skin, that information which determines the shape of my body, that information should not determine how I think, how I feel, how I experience my life, but unfortunately it is. So if you become like this, that information does not determine how you are right now, then you are moving into yoga.
Sadhguru, I have been practicing Shambhavi Mahamudra and Shakti Chandra Kriya for the past 1.5 years. Health-wise, emotionally and physically, I feel the same as before. How am I breaking my limitations and approaching liberation?
What's the last part of the question?
How am I breaking my limitations and approaching liberation?
Oh. So is it working? That's a question. Let's be straight about it. Every day I'm doing so much. Physically, mentally, emotionally I'm the same. So is the damn thing working? Let me tell you, I don't know whether it'll work or not. All I know is, it's worked miraculously for me. And I know this much, if it could work for me, it could work for anybody, because I was the last on the line. I was one person who was definitely not oriented towards any spiritual process. Skeptic, wanting to see that it doesn't work. I would have loved to prove it doesn't work, but it worked miraculously. So, you're standing in the dark, I can't even see you. Come into light, tamasoma jyotirgamaya. So, for 1.5 years, if every day, if you're investing time in terms of Shambhavi and Shakti Chalana Kriya, together at least 1 hour minimum, let me tell you this, no human being can simply continue to do something eyes closed 1 hour a day if it is not doing anything. You cannot do it. Unless in the name of meditation you learn to dream with your eyes closed. But now I don't give you such opportunity because you have to do something. The doing nothing, I don't trust you beyond 15 minutes. Am I right or not? If I say close your eyes and simply meditate, think of Shiva, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, if you're a great devotee, 7 minutes, Shiva will be there. After that, who knows who will be running through your mind? Is it the reality with you or no? Huh? Is it the reality or not? That's the reality. That's why we give you something intricate to do. You have to be counting 1 to 21. Something to do to keep all the tracks of the mind and body engaged so that something else can happen. So if you have to do this every day for 1 hour, definitely something is happening. Otherwise you cannot sit there. What is happening? Suppose I plant a mango tree, mango seed rather. 6 o'clock, I planted a mango seed. 6:20, still no mangoes. Seven o'clock, no mangoes. So, every day if I do this, definitely in a month or two, I'll give up. This damn tree is not going to yield any mangoes. Definitely will not yield in the kind of time span you're looking at. So, it's unfortunate that a large number of people in the world take to spiritual process because they have backache or headache or some other problem. This relief from backache, headache, this ache, that ache is only a side effect. The healthiest and the best bodies and the best minds in the world should take up spiritual process, not the sick and the weak and the crawling ones. Yes, they also need it, that's different. But the best physical and mental those people who are in the best possible physical and mental condition, they are the ones who should take to it, because it will yield best result for them. But of course, today, if anything has to happen or if anything is true, it must be measured. Some scientist must measure it, some doctor must measure it, otherwise it's not there. Has any doctor told you whether you're really alive or dead? I'm asking you. At one time it happened to me that they certified me dead. Do you know? You don't know this? Somebody certified me dead, or they offered me another option, brain dead. If this is being dead, or even if this is being brain dead, I don't mind really, it's quite nice. So, because of this kind of dependence upon things, that something else has to tell us whether we are okay or not, something else has to tell us, an instrument which is created by human beings, have to tell us whether something is happening within us or not. Because of this kind of thing, all other aspects of spiritual process have been completely neglected. Is your heart rate coming down? Is your blood pressure going down? Is this happening? This is the nonsense that people are interested in. This will be the last thing. Anyway, for you, there is scientific evidence now. That is, University of California, the research team in that, the neurological team, they came and conducted extensive experiments with various meditators in America, and now they are saying they have recorded that anybody who practices Isha Yoga for more than 3 months, your neuronal regeneration in the brain is 247% more than average. That means your brain is growing. Do you notice that? %240% growth is happening. Generally, as you age, your brain will deplete. So if you're just doing simple Isha Yoga, your brain is actually growing. It's way more than the depletion. So please make some room in the skull. Could you not… not you… have you not thought many times in your life, in your home, in your office, wherever you work, wherever you live, have you not thought if these people had a little more sense, oh my God? Have you not thought? Huh? So you must share Isha Yoga with them. Because people around you, if they practice, their brain will grow. You could do with little more sensible people, isn't it? People are always talking about the world should become loving, the world should become peaceful. These are all boring things. If there was little more sense in the world, we would live better. Yes or no? Genuinely tell me, if people are drooling over you with their love, it'll become tedious. Yes or no? And people around you are all peaceful. Unbearable. People around you are sensible, they know what to do in a given situation. That's what you want, isn't it? See? Do people around you find you little more sensible after you started Isha Yoga? Are they saying this? No? No brain? Is anybody saying this to you? You seem to be little smarter than before. No? For you, sir? Did anybody say that to you? Nobody said? Okay. Then we have to put you on a brainometer. So, I want you to know one thing. Maybe I don't mind wasting your life. But do I look like somebody who'll waste my life doing something that does not work? It works. How? In a million different ways it works. Just see how wonderfully it's worked. You can stand up among so many people and say, "Nothing is happening to me." You wouldn't say that before. This is not a small step, isn't it? It's not a small step, isn't it? In Mumbai, somebody come up and say, "It's not working." So it'll be working in many ways, in more ways than you can understand. Just keep it up. One day, mango will fall on your head. Keep watering it.